Hey guys, this is a Men of War gameplay that I recorded. Uh, I do suck at this game, but in this match I have a few moments where I really do well. And also if enough people like this, I will post more. Or maybe I'll post more anyway, I don't know. Anyways, it's a 2v2 with people I don't know. We are playing on Workshop, which is quite an unbalanced map in my opinion. The cover on both sides is not symmetrical at all. It is better than farm though, or whatever that map's called, farm or farmland. It's a 2v2 one. On that map, one side gives free mortars, or gets free mortars, and the other side gets free MGs. So yeah, that's not really balanced in my opinion. Anyways, we are playing as the Russians and the opponents are the Germans. I started off with a Marine squad, which is elite infantry for the Russians. It's not the most elite infantry, there's one above it, but it's the elite infantry. I think the one above it is assault infantry. As you can see, the opponent bought some submachine gun infantry, and they are killing my Marines. They've already killed 2 of them. I have one guy prone in front of sandbags, and the other 2 are behind this wall. So I buy a tank knowing that I need some kind of infantry support, because my guys are getting mowed down. And I go for the T-70. It's a nice, speedy, light tank that the Russians get. Just about anything can kill it, but it will serve the purpose for now. The tank sees 2 infantry and doesn't know who to shoot, so its turret was wiggling. So I decided to direct control it. And I managed to knock down a tree. Yeah, that didn't really work well for me, so I'm going for the other guy now, but I can't hit him. There's something in the way. Sandbags in the way. So I move my tank back and show my side armor like an idiot. And I still can't hit him. But I take my tank off of direct control, and he starts shooting the guy in the tree. So obviously that's where he was. And right here, I get very lucky. That anti-tank grenade should have killed me, but I quickly noticed it and backed my tank up. And I was actually right before he showed up, I was buying submachine gunners to protect my tank. And then he showed up, so that was like fortune or destiny or something. Anyways, my machine gunners are coming up now. I'm splitting them into 2 groups of 3. Normally I do 3 groups of 2, but this time I wanted 2 groups of 3. So many 2s and 3s. Anyways, and then I move those 3 up to that building, keep 2 at the fence, and move 1 into that house, hoping you can do something. I know there's an enemy there, so I'm hoping that this guy will be able to kill him, but he doesn't kill him in the house, so I move him out to the back, and he kills the German who was inside the house. He's shooting at somebody now. I don't know who. I never figured out who it was. Anyways, I move this guy into the building right here. Just hoping he can do something, because right now he's not doing anything, just sitting there. Yeah, I don't really need 3 guys right there in the same spot. So I'm trying to move him up slowly, just as a lone infantry guy. I don't put him on hold fire. I was kind of considering it, but I chose not to just because I didn't think he was going to get very far anyways. And I noticed that the opponent has a mortar. So I select my tank and try to figure out if there's a way that I can go through holes in the wall to hit the mortar. But there's no way. So I kind of give up on that and just think of another way that I can possibly get to that mortar. So here, I try to move my guy to a bush. There's nothing with cover for some reason, but that bush does have cover, so I move him to that bush, and he goes on the other side of the house. I guess the map ends right at the side of that house, so he can't get through there. But anyways, I notice this guy, and I nade him. he doesn't move. He doesn't notice the grenade, which I'm glad. But my guy gets mowed down by a machine gun. So I know there's a machine gunner right there, and my tank gets him. That is nice. And now there's another guy in the tree, so my tank just takes him out. I don't know how my tank is spotting that guy, but I am glad he is. Because if there's infantry in a tree, they can see a lot farther than infantry normally can, and that can be a problem. So this guy's getting mortared by 2 mortars. I'm just like, okay, he's getting lucky now, but he's not gonna stay lucky, and he dies. I was considering moving him under or into that building, but that didn't happen. He died before that happened, and then the building got destroyed. He would have been dead anyways. And now something blows up my infantry. I don't know what did. I assume it was that mortar, but I don't know. But that is why you do not group infantry together, because one shell will take them all out. So I just have this one guy left. He shoots that guy, but I tell him to shoot this guy, but he goes prone. So I'm thinking there's gonna be a grenade coming at me. So I quickly run away and tell my guy to throw a grenade, but before he can, he is killed by a grenade. I don't know how he knew that I was that close, but obviously somebody there could see me. And also, as you may have noticed, the opponent decrewed his mortar to shoot at me, and then he recrewed it with the one guy that was still alive. That is a smart move. You don't have to buy any extra infantry to protect your mortar. Yeah, you can just decrew your mortar and they will defend themselves. Because they come with submachine guns. The German ones come with MP40s, Russian ones come with Pepeshkas, which are PPSHs for those of you who don't know. The full name is Pepeshka. I don't know if it's pronounced like that, but that's how it looks. And now my guys are getting mowed down by the machine gun, so I quickly tell the 2 that are still alive to run away. And my tank's firing at him. Manages to hurt him with the machine gun. Somebody manages to hurt him anyway. I don't know who. Might have been one of my marines that are still alive. So now I have 2 squads of 2 machine gunners. And I'm just trying to move them up to kill that machine gunner. I don't want them in the same place because one mortar shell might kill him. But I do want to have them in groups of 2, so if one dies, the other one can still shoot whoever killed him. I think both the guys on the right side died, so now I just have the 2 on the left. And surprisingly, they have not died yet from the 2 mortars that are shelling them. Or maybe it's just 1 mortar shelling them. Yeah, it's just 1. They managed to kill that one guy, and now they're both dead from that mortar. That mortar is a real pain, so I'm thinking about how I can get rid of it along with this machine gunner that's right there. That machine gunner is basically preventing my SMG infantry or any other infantry from approaching that mortar. So I take my mortar that I bought at some point, I don't know when, I missed that, and I shell this machine gunner. And I'm just shelling on direct control. I could have done attack ground, but I'm not sure if attack ground gets the accuracy bonus of shelling the same spot for, like, in direct control, if you keep shelling the same spot, the reticle will decrease in size, so you're more accurate. I don't know if attack ground has that bonus, so I'm just using direct control here. And I managed to kill that, and a bunch of shells land there, so I figured he's not there anymore. And I moved my mortar just so he doesn't get counter-mortared. But it's too late. The mortar and both the crew are dead. So they now have 2 mortars. I have lost my mortar. I'm like, okay, I need something that can outrange their mortar. I considered getting a D1. And I make sure that it's artillery, not an anti-tank gun. As you can see, they go in the same area. But I decided against it. I have 52 points, so I don't want to spend too much of that on artillery that gets 1 shot at a time. They've changed that in Assault Squad, where you get a volley of shots and then you get a large reload time, then you get a bunch more shots. It's like a Calliope in Men of War, or any other rocket arty. You fire off a bunch, reload, fire off a bunch more, reload. Artillery in Men of War is one shot, reload, and it's not very accurate. So I decided against the artillery, and I got submachine gunners, I think. And they're once again getting mowed down by this machine gunner. But I notice my tank is able to hit him, so I'm glad about that. I'm hoping my tank can just suppress this guy, but he can't. And I have a mortar firing at my men. Both of them are dead now. Yeah, that mortar is really deadly this game. So now I'm getting mortared. They're probably going for my tank, or maybe they know I have infantry there. They probably do know that. I'm trying to take out this wall using an HE round, but it's not taking the wall out. That is a very strong wall. SIG-33 kills my tank and both of my marines. And I checked if my tank is repairable. It wasn't. So I'm like, okay, you're one SMG guy that's left. Just charge that mortar and see if you can get in. I think he dies. Yeah, he does. I'm not sure what killed him. I think there was a guy in that house that was on his left. I'm not sure. So I buy the D1 that I was considering before. I'm just like, okay, this isn't working. I can't charge him. My mortars are getting killed. I need something that can outrange him. So I get the D1. And my first target is this mortar. And I kind of put the house in it too, because I know that, or I think that somebody's in the house. I don't actually know if there is. And now that my D1 has shot once, I move him so that he does not get counter-RD'd. That's something I always have to fear when it comes to artillery and mortars, is having an enemy mortar or artillery come and shoot you. So I move it a ways away. I noticed that the enemy has a tiger. I don't know if I noticed yet, but I noticed it this time where it said the tiger killed my teammate's T-26. So they have a tiger, and they have the left and middle points, and they have 2 mortars. They have a very deadly force. I'm setting up my D1 for attack again. Go for the mortar, wait for my reticle to decrease in size, and fire. But I missed terribly. Not me, but the AI misses terribly. I think at this point I notice they have a tiger. And my teammate has nothing on the left. I considered going on the very left, but I can see, okay, 2 dead vehicles, a bunch of dead infantry, another dead tank, actually. So that's not going to happen. The enemy obviously has forces over there. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'll just keep shelling. I noticed that there's RD right there. And my D1 gets decrewed. Quickly buy tank crewmen. I have it right in the spawn, so that doesn't take long. And I go for the mortar again. So that shot misses terribly too. I would have expected that shot to take out the sandbags around the mortar, but that did not. And something killed both of my tank crewmen. So I move my D1 again. Oh. Here we go. So I buy more tank crewmen. I move my D1 to the right side of the field. And I am glad I did, because that shot would have killed it. So now I am going for the mortar again. I noticed a Mauser killed my SMG infantry. But I hit that house for the second time in a row. The house behind the mortar. So that's really annoying. The artillery hasn't hit its target even once yet. Buying artillery is a real risk in this game unless you... unless the enemy has a bunch of infantry in the same spot. Right now I'm just looking for a fast vehicle that can take out the mortar. 31, 38, 34, these are the speed stats. I don't know why I closed that. Oh, because I bought something. I bought a T70, I think. It has a speed of 38. I think it said 38, and 41 was the BA-11 or something. So I'm just charging my T70 in, and surprisingly he survives, and gets lucky right there. He stops on his own. But then a Tiger takes it out. The two tank crewmen get out. One kills one of the guys. Maybe that was... Yeah, so both the guys in the mortar are dead. I'm like, go prone in there. Oh, now they're both dead. So I go prone in there, salvage them. I'm looking for an AT grenade to destroy the mortar. But I get killed by a guy who was outside. I think he threw a grenade. At this part of the game, I'm really focused on just trying to kill that mortar. I'm wasting a lot of resources trying to kill it. And my howitzer misses again. And this time it gets killed because he shoots back quickly. I think he was expecting me to shoot, actually. That's how he was able to get a shell off so quickly. And so that's dead. I'm kind of mad right now. I'm looking at what heavy tanks I can buy. Maybe we can just push through with armor. I'm trying to find the one with the best gun to take out that Tiger. Because I know that I can't really flank him on the left because the enemy has units over there. So I know the SC-100 has the best gun. And so I buy that. I send it to this hill. But then my teammate gets a bazooka round off into the Tiger, so that's dead. Like, okay, my SC-100 is useless now. Should have asked my teammate beforehand about what he's gonna do to kill the Tiger. These two guys are getting mortared, so I move one guy into the house and one guy into or outside of the other house. I'm trying to send the guy that was in the house to one of those windows so he can shoot out and also see, but sadly that is outside of the boundary for the map. So he can't get into any of those windows. I tell him to go into the window facing my side, but then he turns around to face the enemy, so that's good. I'm hoping that's enough to be able to spot and shoot. I don't know if it turns out to be or not. Right now I'm just wondering what I should buy, because we need to take the middle before we lose. The enemy has 1,035 points out of 1,500, and we have 59 points. So I buy a mortar again. I think this is my second mortar this game. Maybe it's my first. I don't know. But I also buy an officer to spot for my mortar. I'm like, okay, there's some people. Shoot the mortar. My teammate says, "Odd, darn." I don't know what he was talking about, so I put a question mark. And I know he speaks English, so he knows like what I mean by that. But he doesn't respond. Or I see him, he knows what I mean. I noticed a verbal wind is how you pronounce it, in a bad German accent. And my SC-100 gets blown up. So my SC-100 only killed a verbal wind. And then it died. I was actually trying to learn German about a year ago. I bought Rosetta Stone for it. It's expensive, but it works if you actually immerse yourself in it. I couldn't really do that. My teammate's telling me to flank the tiger, King Tiger, if I can. So I tell him I'll try. He's detracked, he's not going anywhere anyways. I take my bazooka man, and he's getting shot right there, so I quickly move him behind the house, and I tell one of my submachine gunners to go shoot a grenade at the guy. And he's dead, but so is my submachine gunner because of someone in those sandbags at the middle of my screen. So I tell this other submachine gunner to go grenade that guy, and he can throw a grenade really far. I never realized how far they can throw grenades, but he's now dead. So I tell my bazooka man to move up to that house. It's in a position where he can lean out to the right and shoot, but sadly, when he leans out, he can't shoot the tiger, so I manually direct control it. I move him out and he gets shot immediately. I don't have time to aim at the tiger, even though my mouse is facing it, directly on the tiger. So I look at heavy tanks again. I can now only buy an IS-1, which I do not believe is enough to kill a tiger, King Tiger. Oh, so at some point I took the middle with the submachine gun squad, but now they're all getting shot at. Oh, yeah, now I remember. I had the officer looking around. Nobody was there, so I moved in my submachine gun squad. And they managed to take the point. So now we have 116 points. But the enemy has 1165 out of 1500. So I don't need too many more to win this. I think my mortar is shelling the enemy now, also. So that's helpful. The King Tiger's track is now fixed. So anyways, as I was saying oh yeah, they now have 2 King Tigers. So I'm like, okay, they have 2 King Tigers, 2 mortars. They're spending a lot of resources, so they don't have many points left. So I'm thinking about how I can use cheap units to beat these heavy units. I notice he has a sniper over there, so I'm like, oh yay, just run up there and shoot him. And he gets lucky, he does not die on the way, but he kills the sniper. So I'm like, yes, now take the point. And I tell my teammate, sniper on left is dead. Down. And now he has an armored vehicle coming. I tell my guy to kill it. That does not happen. I think I was clicking on the tire that was on the wrong side. So my guy tried to crawl around to get to that tire. Yeah, that was just an unlucky click. I'm sending these submachine gun infantry up here. I think I saw a grenade heading my way. Maybe that was a grenade coming from one of my guys. Yeah, I think it was, because there was a grenade that exploded right next to the enemy infantry, and not one that exploded on my end. So my mortar's down and dead. It can be repaired, but I don't bother trying to repair it because I don't have anyone there who can repair, except for an officer. And I want my officer to spot instead of repair. So look at the IS-1. I don't know why. Oh, I didn't even notice my SU-100 was killed until now. So I select my officer to see if it can be repaired before it disappears. But it can't be. So I'm like, whatever, just disappear. You're not gonna do me any good. I check if my mortar can be repaired. It can. But I don't want my officer repairing it, like I said before. And also, as I said before, I got Rosetta Stone for German. I tried to learn it. You have to really immerse yourself in Rosetta Stone for it to work like it's supposed to. But I couldn't really do that. I'm like a World War II aficionado or something. I've never used that word. I think that's what it's called. I like World War II. I like to learn about it and stuff. That's part of the reason I bought this game. The other reasons I like realism in my video games. DMS or whoever makes it has said that it's not supposed to be a realistic game, but rather it's more realistic than most, but it's still not realistic. But it's realistic enough for me compared to others. The only other realistic games I know are like Arma, Operation Flashpoint, Dragon Rising. I have played that, and it's not the most realistic thing. I hear Red Orchestra is a really realistic World War II game, but I have not bought it yet, nor have I gotten it illegally, just to clarify. I've not played it at all. Yeah. I like World War II. So anyways, my infantry menu is open. I don't know why I didn't close it. There we go. Oh, I just bought SMGs. Okay. And I think I'm looking for some kind of support. I also bought a ZSU-37, I think. Yeah. Don't buy heavy tanks, just avoid his KT as much as you can. That is good advice. Don't waste your points on heavy tanks, because you will just be out of points like he is. So I'm like, okay, that's helpful. You're out of points, and this is no refund. You're not getting any more points. I did the SU-37, turns out to be useless. I don't know why it did not turn around to shoot that armored car. The only thing dead was the engine, so it could have definitely turned around. Maybe it just didn't have any crew, and I missed that. Maybe that's all it was. So, I am moving infantry in the right side, trying to move them up. I'm wondering what to do about that armored car. I sent my bazooka man over here, but I was going to attack the armored car, but then he backs up, so that doesn't happen. And I don't want my bazooka man running out in the open, because he will die. So I'm not sure what to do at this point. I'm pretty sure that we're going to lose this game, but I don't really care. It's for the fun of the game, right? Why would you buy a video game if you're not going to have fun playing it? Oh, my bazooka man managed to kill that armored car. But he killed my bazooka man. I tested to see if the armored car is repairable, and it is, but I don't want to repair it yet, because it's practically useless to me. I tell this SMG guy to go get the bazooka and ammo. And I don't know where I send him next. All I know is I want to kill that King Tiger with this bazooka. But then I noticed a half track, so I'm like, okay, AT grenade that half track using a different SMG guy, and it kills the half track and 3 soldiers. Sadly, everyone inside did not die. They could have if the AT grenade hit in the right spot, but I had targeted the engine, so it hit too far forward to kill them. But my guys managed to mow down everyone that survived the half track's explosion, so that's nice. I only lost 1 submachine gunner in that, so that's a huge win. Well, not as huge as killing a King Tiger would be or something like that, but that's a huge win for this game on my side. But I know we are going to lose anyway because the opponents only need 50 more points to win, and 45 more points, so you can see it's taking it really quickly. And notice they have another half track, so my bazooka man gets them, but because they are SMG infantry and I only have a bazooka man, I could have switched to his SMGs, but I just knew he was going to die anyways, so it wasn't worth the effort to switch to his SMG. It was not worth that 1 click those 2 clicks at the bottom of the screen. So here I buy a BA-11, and it said GG. Whatever, we will lose. It was a good game though. So, let me know what you guys thought of this. I will do more, maybe not. If you like it, I will, definitely. So let me know what you guys thought, rate, comment, and subscribe.